Hello, my name is Gloria Di Pietro, and I'm here today to introduce you to my new book entitled A Soul's Journey. A Soul's Journey is a book about reincarnation. This book is different in the fact that I have recorded many of my own lifetimes. There's about 18 of them in the book that I cover in an effort to show you that each lifetime has a purpose and a meaning. This book is 15 years in the making, so I have painstakingly researched the history of reincarnation, where we get the ideas for it from, how we've been talked out of it through different religions, and why. It's all in the book. And I've been taught deep memory process, which enables me to help clients access the memory of their past lives. So through my training, years of training, I was able to document as many lives as I could as proof to answer the question, do we in fact evolve in each lifetime, or are we like a cat chasing its tail, just going around in a circle? I was an art therapist for many years, and I worked with emotionally challenged adolescents. And I had this one young man who was in treatment with me for quite a while. He didn't plan on being with me as long as he was, because he was put into this facility while his mother was in rehab. And he was hoping beyond all doubt that the rehab would work and that she would get healed and she would come back and take her children home and they would all be together again as a family. And she was scheduled to be released. And upon her release, she was supposed to come and visit this young man at the residential facility he was at. Well, the day came and went, and she didn't show up. And he came to me. I was his therapist. He came to me hysterical. He was only about 13. And he was crushed. He was so afraid that she was released and went right back out to the street. And he came to me crying, saying, why? Why me? Why did I have to be born into this family with this mother? Why couldn't I have a normal family and a normal life? And quite frankly, I was brokenhearted myself because I was hoping that she was going to come through for him this time. So all I could do to console him was, I don't know what the answer is, but it must be some kind of karmic debt. That's what came to my mind. And from that moment forward, I decided I was going to find out the reason, because I worked with so many of these kids, seemingly innocent children, with the most dire circumstances. You would have to think to yourself, why do they have to go through this? It's horrible. Nobody would want to live through this. So that's when I went on a search and I found my teacher, Roger Wolger. He was a master regression therapist. He was a Jungian analyst, trained in Oxford, England. Brilliant man who basically wrote the book on past life regression. We have these phobias, fears, things that come up in our lives that we can't explain away. And sometimes we even have a physical ailment in which you've gone to doctor after doctor after doctor and they can't cure it. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it comes from. They don't know how it developed. I could use that as an entry point. If you have a problem a physical ailment, I could ask your body, because the body has a cellular memory, and I could ask your body, tell me what's going on. And I really get into detail as to what does it feel like? Well, I have this pain in my foot. Well, describe it to me. What is it like? Is it sharp? Is it dull? What is it? Well, it feels like there's something heavy on my foot. Okay, what do you think is on your foot? Explain that to me. What does it feel like? Well, there's a lot of pressure on my foot, and it feels like maybe that my foot has been broken. Okay, so go on, and I pull you into it, and before you know it, you're in a story. Now the memory is there, and you just tell your story. There are many benefits to doing this work. First of all, if you have a recurring theme in this lifetime that's causing a disturbance for you, then you really need to clear it up. And I'm not interested in having someone come and sit on my couch for 10 years to try and clear it up. I would rather have you come here, find out where the complex originated from, go back to that story, clear it up, and remove it so that you don't have to revisit it any longer. In this work, in the past life regression work that I do, I look at a physical level, a spiritual level, an emotional level, and a mental level. And I try and clear it up on every point so that once we've healed the disturbance, you will not be bothered by it any longer. My process, the deep memory process, is very shamanic. And we deal with the soul essence. We don't just deal with the psyche. Because your mind can really play tricks on you and tell you things that are untrue and set up defense mechanisms that are hard to break through. But when you deal on a soul level, you go very deep and you get to the truth. And so it's a very deep level, and if you're willing to do the work, you'll be amazed at the benefits. I have seen people absolutely transform in doing this work. And there's plenty of examples in the book of how we've remedied past past situations. I think you'll love it. It's due to come out the beginning of the year 2020. So keep an eye open for it. You can go to my website at www.pastliferegressionny.com, and I will post it there when the release date is about to happen. And you can also check back and see where I'm going to be lecturing or doing workshops. You can also email me at gloriadipietro@gmail.com and let me know if you want to schedule a session or if you want me to come talk to your group. I'd be more than happy to. And the book will be available through my publisher, York Publishing, and it'll be on Amazon. Thank you so much for listening.